The other thing that happened in my life around the same period of time was I'm working with this family. They have 7 children, 2 alcoholic parents. The father is a methamphetamine addict. The oldest child is 15, and the youngest child is 16 months. The house is deplorable, extreme poverty, third world country kind of poverty in Northern California. There is no toilet in the house that flushed in the last month or so. The kitchen is stacked with debris and whatever else they took in there last and ate. There's a hose coming through the kitchen window, and that's their running water. There is junk everywhere in the yard. I mean, if you ever broke something, it's in their yard. It's everywhere. And my job is to help this family regain a place of momentum to take care of their children and to not have 7 children go into the foster care system. It was my idea. Some people just need the optimism kicked out of them, you know? So I was there. I was working with them for about a month, and things were turning around. They were making good decisions. They're cleaning up their house. We were doing some stuff with the kids and with the parents, and they were letting me do little sozos with them, and we were making some progress here, trying to get this thing to work so I can get a grant, so I can build a team to do this stuff. Well, one day I show up at the house, and there's stuff everywhere, right? Everywhere. And I'm headed up the steps of the house. And so as I head up the steps, there's this big staff, like a walking stick looking thing on the steps. And so I was just going to kick it off there, but I decided to straddle it. And as I do, I get about right here and I hear this rattle in between my ankles. And there's this rattlesnake crawling up these steps. And it's in between my feet. And so in a gazelle-like fashion, I jumped back into the yard. Now, you got to understand something. I hate snakes. Hate them. Hate them. Big hate. Big hate. Hate. Kill them, kill them, kill them. All of them. Hate them. Ah! Because I am so afraid of them. Right? Wow. Well, there's this eerie calm on the house. And I'm trying to figure out what is going on, because I have never been to this house when it was quiet before. And I said, "Hey, do not come out here. There's a snake." Which is like saying, "Hey, come out here and see the snake." Well, there's nobody home. This is the first time in a month that I've been to this house, and there was nobody home. Nobody. Nobody of the 9 with no car were home. And so the snake is climbing up these stairs, which I heard could not happen. That's a lie. It can happen. And he gets up to the top, and he's in a little crevice here between the floor and the wall, and he's got his little snaky head going up on the door, because the door does not have a doorknob. It just has a hole. You know, when you hit the door, burp, and it opens. You shut it, burp, it stays shut, right? Well, he's got his little snaky tongue going up there by the hole, you know, like, oh my gosh, he's trying to get in the house. He's not going to get in that house. He's going to slink off and go away, and so am I. And so I start heading back to my car. And all of a sudden I get this revelation. There are little children in this yard. There is no guarantee that this snake is going away. I have to kill the snake. Now, the snake is 4 feet long. It's as big around as my wrist. It's the biggest rattlesnake I personally have ever seen. It isn't some little snake you could throw a rock at, you know? No, no, no. I have an anaconda rattler. How am I going to kill the snake? I need a weapon. A shovel. I will get a shovel. I hear that you could kill a snake with a shovel. So I'm looking around. I'm looking at all this broken stuff, all this stuff everywhere. There's got to be a shovel out here. Even a broken one, something, you know. So I'm looking all over. There's a little shed in the back. It's been there forever. You know, it's leaning like this. And I'm out there, I'm looking around, and there's a shovel stuck in the dirt. It looks like Cortez put it there. Oh my gosh. I pull this thing out. It's all weathered, handle, grainy. The shovel part. This is my weapon of death. So I'm headed back to the front of the house. I feel like Rambo going through the jungle in Vietnam, right? Because I know this thing is going to just jump out at me. Well, sure enough, I get around the house, and there he is, right where I left him, right there, laying in front of the door. And so I'm down here, he's up here, right? And he's got his little snaky head going. Now he's over by the window. Now there's a window that has no glass, you know. It's just, and it's open, and the curtains, things, sheets are just kind of blowing out, you know. And he's got his little, you know, he's doing his thing. But his head has a backdrop of a wall, right? So I'm thinking wall, snake neck, shovel point.